Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Star Trek Online. So, we are continuing our quest to finish this game, and what has happened here, as you see, there is a Klingon on my screen. No, he is not here to kill me. This Klingon is Admiral Devak, and he has come about because right before I started recording this video, I went ahead and turned in one of my DOF missions. That DOF mission pushed me over the edge to Rear Admiral Lower Half 44. So it ranked me up basically. So I am now level 44, very close to the end-game cap of 50. So what happens at level 54, and as you can see, you are now Rear Admiral Lower Half 44, you get all this stuff. Basically what happens is this dude comes up, and he lets you know that you can start doing Special Task Force, or shortened STFs. These are the in-game content that basically you grind for gear. They've changed a lot from what they used to be. The STF missions used to be 3 separate missions that were long, and you did them, and then at the end of it, you got your reward. But Cryptic, when the game went free to play, changed the way STFs work and split up the 3 STFs into 2 parts. And so now you have infected space, infected ground, then you have cure space, cure ground, and then you have Khitomer Accord space and Khitomer Accord ground. They did this so that they could be shorter, and the idea is that they've turned it into a grind fest. And they've made it so that the gear that you get, you have to now have a certain amount of EDCs, or what's called, EDCs, to get that gear. And for example, the Borg retro gear, which is the Borg shield, Borg engine, and Borg deflector, each one costs 5 EDC apiece. That means you have to do a total of 15 STFs to get the entire set. That would be 5 STFs per piece. Whereas in the past, you just simply did the 1 STF mission, and then you got that reward at the end of that mission. The Mako and Omega sets, however, that's a lot different. They have set the cap on those. You have to have 40 EDCs to get each piece of Mako and Omega. So you have to have 40 EDC to get the deflector, 40 EDC to get the shield, and then 40 EDC for the engine. So that's a lot of runs. Now you can decrease that by doing elite STFs, which give 2 EDC per run instead of just 1 EDC if you do it on normal. Now I'm not going to show you all of that quite yet, while I can now actually play those missions now that I'm level 44 and do those STFs. I'm not going to do it yet. I highly recommend you wait until you are level 50 before you do any STFs, especially if you want to do them on Elite. I guess you could do them on normal, you would be okay, but on Elite, I beg of you to wait until you're at least 50 for everybody else's sake, because Elite is a lot harder, and you will benefit from having be the highest rank in the game, where you have the best gear and builds and so forth, so you can do them. If you're going to do normal, knock yourself out, I guess. Pugs are pugs, they are what they are. I could technically do them right now, but I'm going to wait till 50 because we're still going through the storyline missions, and I want to finish every storyline mission before we do any of that in-game content like STFs. And I will show you all the STFs, but that will be afterwards. Okay, so Admiral Devak has come up, and he says go to Deep Space Nine, and he's going to tell you all about STFs. But we are not going to do that right now. In fact, I'm probably going to just leave that here on the mission log forever until we get to level 50, until we're done with all the missions. I'm not going to go speak to him yet. You can, and you can read what that's all about, and that'll give you some information, but I'm not going to do it yet until we are done with all the missions. So the next mission has already popped up for me, and it is called the Tribble with Klingons. So if we go to our mission list here, Cardassian Struggle, we finished the Long Night in the last episode, and now it is the Tribble with Klingons. A disgraced Klingon captain on Tribble extermination duty will do anything to restore his honor. So let's read it first. Admiral, long-range sensors have detected Klingon ships in the Minos Corvus system. The Klingons have no business being in that sector, much less around a planet with a Federation installation on it. The days of DS9 being their vacation spot are over. Ensign Ricky, I want you to take the Gondolier. I still need to come up with a ship name. Out and check out the situation. If Dr. Jones needs your assistance, please give it to him. Gregory is a friend of mine, and I'd hate to see anything happen to him. So we get skill points, bridge officer skill points. We get to choose from these weapons, which are pretty nice. Mark 10 rare weapons. So let's accept the mission. Exit. We need to go to Minos Corva. Now this is something I haven't showed you yet. If you have multiple missions in your mission log thing here, if you want to make one primary, first of all, just double click it. And then this one here is the one we're doing right now. So I just make sure I click on that and then do make primary. And then that will be the primary mission, and it will highlight with yellow, and it will always stay on top while the other one's on the bottom. So you'll always be able to see what you need to do in that mission. Okay, so we need to go to Minos Corva, and I believe we're in the sector block we need to be in. Yeah, we are. Down here. It's in Alpha Trianguli, which we are already in. So we were at Empok Nor, and now we're heading to Minos Corva. The Tribble with Klingons. Let's see, we can put some skill points in here. No. Could in the lower ranks, but I don't want to right now. I don't need to do that. I want to. I've done some starship armor, and I want to do energy weapon specialization probably. And definitely combat armor too when I get there. Modification, probably not going to bother with that, no. But combat armor, I want starship armor, and I want starship energy weapon specialization. Those three are what I'm concerned about right now. So that's what we'll put skill points into, and that will help us nicely. Minos Corva. Cool. So. Yay! Here we are. Here we go. On our way. We're getting there. We're slowly etching away at these episodes. We've got the Tribble with Klingons, Interior of the Prophets, Crack in the Mirror, the New Link, Seeds of Descent, The Other Side, Cage of Fire, and then that will complete Cardassia stuff. I'm not going to replay the FE, and I think I just hit the button to go into the system. So here we go. Yay! That was unintentional, but nonetheless, exactly what we needed to do. The Tribble with Klingons. Klingons hate Tribbles, remember? Absolutely hate Tribbles. Well, actually, it's the Tribbles that hate the Klingons, I think. Yeah. Yeah, well, they hate each other. It's a mutual hate. Captain Starfleet has requested... Let's see, yeah, I'm in the right place. Captain Starfleet has requested investigation reports of Klingons in the area of Minos Corva. There is an excellent research as an environmental nature, but Starfleet is concerned that Klingons will attempt to start the work. Our orders are to engage the Klingons we find, then are beam down to the surface and check on Dr. Gregory Jones. Sweet. So a little space combat here before we start our mission on the planet. It's always nice. This is a pretty area here. Very bright. Let's see, we need to go over here. Let's go over here first. Take care of this Raptor escort. There you go. Bye-bye.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
here. a.k.a. Kang.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Let's take care of the bird of praise first.
Target's shields have failed.
Sweet. Alright, Kang, you're mine.
Target's shields have failed.
Need to hit him with the torpedo while his shields are down. There we go. Oh, he cloaked. Cheater. The Kang is cloaked. Captain Gerard is hailing us. Do you want me to put on the view screen? J-Rod. It's J-Rod. Hey, J-Rod. You may think you've won again, Admiral, but nothing will stop me from performing my duty. The Klingon threat. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right. Beam down to the planet. Hey, J-Rod. J-Rod, the Klingon. Of course. Oh, Tribbles. It appears the Klingons are attacking Tribbles. Did J-Rod bring a fleet into protected space just to do that? We can't let the Klingons destroy harmless creatures. I recommend that we stop the Klingons and find Dr. Jones' lab. Tribbles everywhere. And I can walk all over them. Oh, they're so cuddly. Until they start multiplying. They're actually trying to destroy Tribbles. How sad. Tribbles. Ooh, I got a goodie. Ooh, look at that. Nice goodie. Let's pet my Tribble. Poor defenseless creatures. Tribbles. How can you hurt them? Seriously.
Making damage detected.
I'm a Tribble! Everybody's tripling. Thank you. I love my little army of support drones here. I got 3 of them going right now. Seeker drone and 2 support drones. Alright, this dude, he needs to stop. Take this. Ah, I missed. That's the only thing I don't like about orbital strike, is that the enemy can jump out of the radius that it's going to strike in, which kind of renders it pointless at that point. Enter lab. Find Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones. Isn't that a song? Paging Dr. Jones, something like that. Is that a... what's a... Aqua Hunger Force? No, Aqua Tea. No, Aqua. Just Aqua. Anyway, somebody knows what I'm talking about. Now, this is something that most people don't know. Is that you can walk into this group of tribbles here, and you can pick up tribbles. Now, my inventory, I got plenty of space. If I had food in my inventory, the tribbles will eat the food. And, well, in fact, I do. I have some field rations. If I leave my tribbles in my inventory, well, never mind. See what just happened? Didn't even have to do anything. That field ration just turned into a tribble. What I was trying to say was, if you put tribbles into your inventory and then put food in your inventory, they will breed and you will get more tribbles. And if you put certain kinds of tribbles together, you can breed certain kinds of tribbles, and some of these special tribbles will breed some other kind of special tribbles. So you could like go over to this group, you can pick up tribble, and I think it's random, but you get a tribble dot, spa, some other stuff, and there's a catfish sandwich, so it comes with food. So basically, you do that, right, and you can just leave it in your inventory and see what develops. And in fact, we'll do that, and we'll see what happens. This is not the only area where you can get tribbles. There are other areas along this map. Here's another area. We can get tribble spa, tribble stas, slug of cola. So it comes with a couple of tribbles and food to start you on your breeding path of tribble funness. There are also other areas on this map where you can pick up more tribbles. So basically, if you are having a tribble shortage and you need tribbles, this mission, the Tribble with Klingons, is the one to play, because you'll be able to pick up lots of tribbles and food, tribbles and food, so you can enjoy breeding tribbles. Now, you could go this way, you can go this way. There are groups of Klingons at both ends, as you can see. I already know where to go. There's nothing, these are dead ends, so there's no reason to go down there just yet. So we'll go to the main room up here first. I believe, let's see if this is another group. Nope, yeah, this is. So basically you stand over the group, and if it says pick up tribble, you're in an area where you can do that. A couple of tribbles and some blood fleas. Yummy. Of course, now my inventory is going to start filling up with tribbles. That is the point, isn't it? Got some Tranya there. Here's another area. Pick up some tribbles. Ooh, we got 3 tribbles and some ribbleberry. I might want to sell this other stuff so I have room to breed some tribbles. You can also put tribbles in your bank, and I believe they will breed in your bank too. Just be careful, you can totally fill up your bank with tribbles. Well, at least you can do. I know you can totally mess up a fleet base by doing that. Let's try the orbital strike again. A little bit better. So that's orbital strike. I think that's the first time I've showed you guys that. Very, very cool feature. Very helpful during Borg missions, especially when you're doing some of the STFs. You get groups of Borg, and it helps to just lay down that orbital strike on them. Okay, there are some other groups here. Here's another group. Pick up some Tribbles, food. And, nope, not there. You just kind of have to run about and see where they all are. Alright, talk to Cyrano Jones. So basically, I had no idea that Klingons had such a drastic reaction to Tribbles. How fascinating. So he can tell you about Tribbles, he can tell you about his research, he can tell you why the Klingons are trying to kill the Tribbles, and what do Tribbles eat, and how many Tribbles are there in the facility. So all that stuff I recommend reading. It will help you on this mission, just to give you some background information. So we're going to go ahead and help him now. There are still may be a way to salvage this. The moon we're terraforming is ready for habitation. We can transport the Tribbles there. But since there are so many, we'll need to use transport enhancers. So now we've got to place pattern enhancers in this facility so that we can beam all the Tribbles to the moon. There's a moon orbiting this planet, and all the Tribbles are going to go there. But first we have to clear this area of Klingons. Place pattern enhancer. So that's one. Now we'll go to the opposite side. Place number 2 pattern enhancer. And there's Klingons at each end.
Enemy targets on sensor. Flanking damage detected.
Come over here, place pattern enhancer. Alright, we got 2 more to go. Now this might be another... Nope. Nope, that's not another pile. Admiral ability rank 2, so we got a new ability. Is that the cover shield? No, we already at cover shield 3. So I got a new Admiral ability. I don't know exactly what it is off the top of my head. Hello, let me look on here. I don't see anything new here. Might be a new space ability, or it might have ranked up one of my abilities. Not sure, but it's helpful. See what it was actually. I'm 44. Here we go. Engineering. Okay, engineering proficiency. So I do have a new one. No, that's at 45. I'm not 45 yet, but it might have already popped up. Oh yeah, that's a space. Yeah, engineering efficient. Yeah, that's a space. Space ability. So when we get into space, we can add that new button. Boom, 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 boom. I have 2 cover shield buttons I don't need. pattern enhancer. One more. Oh. Place pattern enhancer. There we go. All 4 done. Return to my ship. Again, I'm going to wait for the red alert to disappear before I beam out. There we go. The Tribbles are safe in the pattern buffer and ready for transport. We will need to be closer to the moon in order to beam the Tribbles to the surface. If we set course for that navigational beacon, that should be close enough. So that's the moon, and that's the planet we were just on right there, and that's the moon the Tribbles are going to. So let's head this way, toward this beacon thingy. Sir, the Tribbles have been transported. Incoming message from DS9. DS9 reports that a Klingon fleet is inbound to our location. The Defiant is on its way to assist us, but we'll need to protect the system. Okay. And there they are, right on schedule. Take that, you Klingons. Defiant will arrive in 1 minute. No problem holding out until then. Our cruiser can take anything. Sweet, it blew up into bird of praise. How did that happen? It blew up and turned into 3 bird of praise. Or 2 bird of praise and a king. Okay, now I might want to do some healing. Ah, there's the Defiant.
Hull integrity below 75%.
We are being hailed. You want to put it on screen? Not again, you have more. But now this we will meet again, so he runs away like a Klingon coward. The Defiant is hailing us. Put it on screen. Good job, Admiral. It's Kurland. We can take it from here. Starfleet will assign some extra patrols near Minoskurva. They have seen the Tribbles as an environmental. They may have seen the Tribbles as an environmental threat, but we don't. And we don't need Klingons telling us what to do in our own space. So there's that mission complete. Sweet. Depart system. I love that warp out stuff, just like the TV show. So there you go, everybody. That is the Tribble with Klingons. Let's turn it in. Oh, we'll take any old thing, because I don't know. I'm actually fine right now on what I'm using. So there we go. Okay, got some skill points. Now we can add, let's put a couple or one in energy weapon specialization. Not yet. Wait for the next episode mission. You're very giddy. Okay, there we go. Sweet, that was Tribble with Klingons. So I hope you guys enjoyed that episode, and stay tuned for the next one.